What's up, you guys? So I did not think I was gonna make this video because it's kind of very. I'm gonna sound crazy to some of y'all, and I accept this. I understand this because when I was not awake to the stuff that I am now and not spiritually discerning things, um, when I didn't have God in my life, like I would have told myself I sound crazy too. So I accept that, but I need to talk about Oliver Tree because I feel like everybody is talking about him right now and nobody is seeing this under layer that I see of like what happened to him, you guys. Um because a lot of people are like, "Oh, his record label, took him out. Look at the long list of artists that were taken out by that record label that he was with, everything like that." Um and I just need to touch on like what I see because I see this from a whole different light. And his death was actually played out in a way where like they showed us the signs. They showed us how he was going to die. Basically, if you look at his music videos, y'all, there's like countless amounts of symbolism of him falling from the sky. And there's even one in one of his music videos where he falls onto a car and he's like laying on top of the car and stuff. And if you know how he died from falling out of the sky out of a helicopter and then landed in a lot of cars. And so, also in interviews, he was talking about like falling out of the sky and like death a lot. And I see a lot of people being like, "Oh, this is ironic. This is coincidence," because that's just the way our brain works. Like we want to just kind of make meaning of something out of something that makes absolutely no sense. Why would he be countlessly, many, many times showing us him falling out of the sky to his death in his music videos? Like, go look at his music videos and you can see them, you guys. And it doesn't make sense in our brain, right? And I have to just tell y'all, like I said, I know I'm gonna sound crazy, but even just before I get into this, if I sound so whack, you guys, I recommend watching Divine Sade and then Conscious X. Their channels, I'll link them in the description because they are two YouTubers that like really woke me up to like a lot, like just celebrities and the fact that they're not who we think they are. Like I said, I'm gonna sound crazy and hear me out. They're not human beings like you and me are. They're fallen angels, and they're you have to think of them as characters. They're not actually humans like us, and they don't actually die, you guys. So when I tell you, like, talking about how he was always falling out of the sky in his music videos, always talking about how falling to his death is like his biggest fear, and then it happens. And everyone's so shocked and they're like, this is so ironic, like what, like this doesn't make any sense. It's called predictive programming, and this is something that people who worship the devil, they take part in this. This is part of what they do. Like, if it's the way to sort of like give a clue to the world of like this is gonna happen. And this is so hard to explain, y'all, but like I said, it's predictive programming, you guys, and these characters, they don't actually die. I know, like, everyone is mourning the loss of him and they think he died. His character died. And since they're fallen angels, we have to think about it in that aspect. Like, really take yourself back to biblical times because that's still very prevalent in this day. And I think we can like think like, oh no, biblical times is 2,000 years ago, so none of that angel demon stuff exists on this earth today. It really does. Like, and when you think about it that way, like think about the fallen angels in the Bible, they're still here on this earth today. Like, where would they have gone? They fell from heaven. That means they're still here, you guys. And so they're disguising themselves as human beings. They're not actually real humans. And they're just characters. And so we think that this character died, but he really didn't. And that's why like we have the predictive programming of them telling us he's going to fall. Or not saying he is going to, but saying like, "Oh, I'm so scared. That's like my biggest fear of me falling out of the sky." And then all the symbolism of his music videos and everything like that, and then it really happens. And what happens after that? This guy gets so much attention, so much more than he did before. Like I think he's the most subscribed and most followed person right now on like every social media platform. I heard something like that. And his music is just whoop, going crazy. And what does that mean? A lot of money for the record labels. A lot of attention, a lot of money for the record labels. And so I just had to make this to say, like, we think, oh, like the record label killed him, but no, it's actually so much deeper than that. And the things that are in the Bible are still here on this earth today. Like the giants that we had in the Bible, the fallen angels that we had in the Bible, we don't see them like with our own eyes. It's kind of hard to discern that if you don't have like the spiritual discernment, like that's God given. But for me, like I can really, ever since I like came back to God, by which really started with like me learning about all this like evil stuff, and it started with like the Epstein files and stuff, where I was learning about, whoa, people really worship they really worship Satan's demons. Like this is serious, and they really sacrifice children to these demons in order to get riches and fame and all that stuff. Like this stuff is real, you guys. This is not like make believe. This is not fantasy. This is not, oh, that stuff was in the Bible 2,000 years ago. Like, no, it is here. It is on this earth today. And we need to like wake up and really be discerned to this stuff, because we can get really, really lost and really like just blind and just not seeing it, kind of like sheep, you know. I know I'm gonna sound so crazy to some of y'all, but if you're interested in looking into what I'm talking about celebrities being fallen angels, being demons, and how it's making us worship these people who worship the devil instead of worshiping God, and yeah, all that stuff, go ahead and watch the YouTubers that I'm gonna put in the description. But I had to make this video, y'all. I had to get it out of my chest. Off my chest. But I love you guys so much, and Jesus loves you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.